Do you want to learn programming sitting at home by following mostly online free resources? In this video, I will give you a step-by-step 3-month roadmap which you can follow and learn coding starting from beginning, starting from zero knowledge. You can get to a level where you are very comfortable doing programming. Now, we live in a world where learning programming has become almost an essential skill no matter what your background is. So you could be a high school student studying, let's say, 7th grade, or you could be a mechanical engineer or a BCom graduate who is working in some other domain and who wants to learn coding. Because learning programming helps you even if you don't want to switch your career as a software developer, whatever domain you are in, it will help you advance your career. So learning coding has become a very essential skill, and actually anyone can do it. It is like learning swimming. Anyone can learn swimming. So coding is like that. I know some people. I know one person who is a physiotherapist. He learned coding. He actually learned data science skills. He's a data scientist right now. I used to go to a library where there was an 8-year-old kid who was pretty comfortable in Python programming, and there was other lady who was 70-year-old. At the age of 70, she started learning programming in Python. So if all these people can do it, you can do it for sure. I'm not giving you a false hope. It is very much possible. So just please follow this roadmap. The first thing you need to do is you need to learn how to do effective learning. We live in an era where the world is full of information. If you Google for like coding, let's say I want to learn coding, if you just Google it, you will find so many courses, so many websites. It is easy to get lost. And when you start learning coding, you will have so many distractions. So therefore it's important you first know how you can do effective learning. I have made a video for that. Please watch this very short video. It will teach you how you can put minimum amount of time and get maximum output. The link of this page is in video description below. First you watch this principles of effective learning video, and then you spend week 1 and 2 in learning computer science principles. For that I have given a link of Khan Academy course. This is an excellent course. So if you go to that, you have to finish the first 4 sections up to algorithms. You can skip the sections that starts from data analysis and so on, but follow the first 4 sections where you will learn what is bits and bytes. Bits and bytes and binary numbers are the essentials of any code. So you have to understand these concepts before you start writing code. You need to also know the fundamentals of internet, web protocol, addressing the internet, so transporting packets and so on. Because if you decide to become web developer or mobile app developer, the knowledge of internet, HTTP, web protocol is very, very essential. Then comes programming section where you know what is programming, what are variable strings, some basics of programming, and then algorithms. So doing this course will help you build a foundation of computer science principles. Khan Academy is one of the best websites to learn programming because first of all, it is free, it is non-profit initiative, so you don't see any advertisement, and he will explain you in a very simple manner using videos. He also gives quizzes and exercises as well. After you understand the principles behind computer science, now you need to choose a career track. Being software developer is more like being a doctor. You have a lung doctor, heart specialist, gastroenterologist. There are so many types. Similarly, in software development, there is a mobile app developer, AI engineer, Python engineer, backend, Java engineers. There are so many specializations. The most two popular specializations are web and mobile app development and a backend engineer. For web and mobile app development, you need to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, also known as Holy Trinity of web programming. In web development, you can also learn frameworks such as Node.js, React.js, Vue.js, Laravel, etc. And for mobile app development, you can either choose to build a native app or a hybrid app. For native app in iOS, you need to know Swift programming language. For Android, you need to know Java. Whereas for hybrid app, React Native and Flutter are quite popular. If you decide to do backend development, either data science, machine learning, etc., Python is the best. Java is also used for backend development, normal, regular writing servers for applications, and also for data engineering. So just think about this as two separate tracks. So web and mobile app development is one track, data science, backend, etc. is another track. Once you have decided which way you want to go, and by the way, if you're confused, just choose one thing. It's not like if you go one way you cannot choose second way. You can always learn the other thing as well. Okay, so you will spend week 3 and 4 in learning level 1 coding tutorials. By level 1, I mean just the basics of programming. You are not going too much into advanced. For web and mobile app development, again, Khan Academy has a very excellent course on HTML, CSS. This is probably the best course I would say for HTML, CSS, where he goes into the details of fundamentals of HTML, CSS. He will teach you how to build a simple website, and all of this is advertisement free using video and materials, and there are some quizzes, challenges. See, you see some practice here. So you just follow all this course and you will have fun learning this. This is super duper easy. Anyone can do it. The other course is Code Academy, Learn CSS. This one is also free. You can just say start and you can just go on a syllabus. So syllabus, see, all these are the content of this particular course. If you want to do Python, then I have Python programming tutorials here. You need to follow only first 15 tutorials, or let's say 14. These are good enough to get you started on Python. So you learn what is variable strings. You will learn how to use an IDE, which is PyCharm here. You can use VS Code or Notepad also. Then some control blocks, if, for loop, etc., functions, dictionary tuples, working with JSON, reading, writing files, and so on. So here I have mentioned that you watch only first 14 tutorials. If you want to learn Python in Hindi, then I have a Code Basics Hindi channel as well, where you can learn all these Hindi videos too. So sometimes people want to learn in a different, their native language, and if Hindi happens to be that, you just follow these Hindi videos. I have given the link of this playlist in this page, and the link of this page is in video description below. It's important that you work on exercises, and I have built very good exercise for all these videos. So if you click on this link, you will go here, and let's say now you want to do an exercise for read and write file. So you go here, click on .md file. So .md file contains all the exercises. So for a reading writing file, I have like 3 exercises along with the solution. So you will watch my video, do an exercise on your own, and then you can click on a solution link to tally your solution with my solution. This way it's not like you're just watching the videos, you are practicing. Coding is all about practicing. It's like swimming. If you watch swimming videos sitting at home in your sofa, will you learn swimming? Tell me. No. Coding is like that. You have to practice it. And for the practice, I have designed all these awesome exercises for you. So you spend 2 weeks on basics of programming. 2 weeks is more than enough. And by the way, I'm assuming you are spending 4 hours of your time dedicatedly every single day. So when I say 3 month roadmap, I mean every single day you are spending 4 hour focused dedicated time. Week and 5 and 6 will be spent in learning debugging skills and data structures. You won't find any good programmer who doesn't know how to do debugging. Debugging is very essential skill. You know, if you go to a doctor, like how does doctor become a good doctor? He knows how to look, how to examine you. Okay, let's say if you have throat infection, he knows how to put a scope in your throat and do examination. Similarly, debugging is basically your programming is not behaving, your program is not behaving the way you expect. Let's say it has a bug. So debug means you're trying to find a bug, or you're trying to find unexpected behavior from your program. So this is an important tool that you need to know. I have built few videos for debugging tips. These videos are in PyCharm, but the same knowledge you can use for VS Code, any other editor. For example, conditional breakpoint. Many times people, the software developers, they don't know what conditional breakpoint is. But if you know what it is, it will save you a lot of time. It will make you write code really faster. And same thing applies with any other debugging skill. If you want to do debugging in Chrome browser, if you're doing web and mobile app development, there is this video from Google, and this person explains how to do debugging in, let's say, Chrome. Okay, so you just see the video, learn this very important skill. I can't emphasize more. Debugging is extremely important skill you need to learn. After that, you can start watching my data structure tutorials. So again, I have a full data structure and algorithm playlist. So if you go to this playlist, you need to watch up till, let's say, 12, only first 12 videos where I go through what is data structure, what is big O notation, arrays, linked list, hash map, all these different important data structures. Data structures are used no matter what your programming language is. Java, Python, JavaScript, doesn't matter what language it is. Data structures are fundamental blocks of programming. It's like you want to build a home, and data structure is more like your steel, your brick, your wooden material that you use to build your windows. So these are the fundamental blocks of programming. If you don't know data structures, you cannot become a good programmer. So follow all these videos. Another important thing about these videos is that these videos also have the exercise. So let's say you are watching my stack video. Okay, so once you watch this video, in the video description there is a link to an exercise. So if you click on this link, you will find this exercise. So you watch a video, do a practice, and then you tally your answer with my answer. So if you click on solution link, it will show you the solution. So you are kind of doing this study in a classroom style of fashion where you are getting complete material. You are getting a video, you are getting exercise, you're getting exercise solution. So all you need is a discipline. Really, you have all the resources and you can definitely do it. You should spend week 7 and 8 in learning about SQL basics. And as a software developer, you will have a need of using database. 90% of the software applications are 3-tier applications where you have a front end, back end, and a database. And the most popular database is a relational database, for example, MySQL. And they use this structured query language. For this structured query language, also known as SQL, there is this Khan Academy's course, which is an amazing course that you can do to learn SQL. So here he talks about SQL, how you build a table, big book list database, for example. It's a simple database that you're building. And he will also give you a challenge. So there is an exercise, there is interactive learning. Then you learn about how do you query that database, what are primary keys, foreign keys, all the essential concepts of relational database that you must know as a software programmer. So you will again follow this free resource, free course, and learn about SQL. YouTube also has a nice playlist by Kuda Venkat. So if you want to look at this as well, then you can follow first few videos. I would say until maybe 15, like 14 or 15 videos only. This playlist is pretty long. I don't recommend you go through the whole playlist. You just go through first 14 and 15 videos and get your fundamentals clear and move on. The important thing here is that you don't want to spend too much time in one topic. You learn one topic little bit, then you move on to next topic. Okay, and then you build that basic knowledge, and then you can advance that knowledge later. Week 9 and 10 will be spent in level 2 coding tutorials. Now what is level 2 coding tutorials? Well, you learn, let's say, Python, some basics Python programming from my videos. Now is the time to follow remaining videos. So for example, here For level 2, you will follow video from 15 to 27. You don't need to go beyond 27. This will teach you some advanced programming concepts, such as here you can see multiple inheritance, iterators, generator, in Python, dict comprehension, for example, decorators, multi-threading, multiprocessing, and so on. If you are learning web and mobile app development, then again, Khan Academy has some advanced courses on HTML and JavaScript. So here you are learning to build a website. Okay, so this will further consolidate your knowledge. All right, and then once you have done those level 2 coding tutorials, you have built a good programming understanding. Okay, so then you spend week 11 and 12 in learning about algorithms. Now see, algorithms are very important to crack any job interview. So if you want to get a software developer job, they will essentially ask you questions on data structures and algorithms. So you can follow the same tutorial playlist that I have, where in the same playlist up to video number 12 is all data structure videos, and 13 onwards is algorithm videos. So you watch these videos, do the exercises, and get your understanding clear on what is algorithm. Algorithm is basically a technique of doing some work. Okay, and these techniques are very, very important. So far you have spent 3 months or 12 weeks in studying these concepts. This doesn't make you an expert programmer, but it sets you a good foundation that you can build on. So now you want to spend next 3 months or maybe 6 months in doing projects. If you are interested in doing Python projects, then I have a complete playlist here where I have, so far as of this recording November 2020, I have done 2 projects. One is Snack and Apple game, complete game along with exercises, code, everything. And a grocery store application. This is building a 3-tier application where for front end I use HTML, CSS, JavaScript, backend was Python and Flask server, database was MySQL. So when you do these projects, whatever concepts you have studied, MySQL, Python, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all those concepts will get more clear and you will even learn more skill. So your idea is you learn basic skills and now you want to build on that knowledge by working on as many projects as possible. I am coming up with a new project called OCR, so optical character recognition in Python. So I will be building this playlist. I will have more projects. It's possible if you check this in this video in future, you might have like 10 projects here. So when you work on these projects, it actually gives you a real knowledge of what things happen in the industry. So just to summarize the whole roadmap, you started with the understanding of the principles of effective learning, then you did Khan Academy's computer science principal course, then you choose your career track. Based on that, you do level 1 programming tutorials, which gives you a basics of programming. After that, you learn debugging techniques and data structures, then database, which is SQL, structured query language, level 2 programming, algorithm, and projects. Projects is the most important thing. You should work on as many projects as possible. Show them on your resume. It will help you find a job. You need to follow some other discipline and resources as well. The most important thing here is to do a group study. Let's say you're going to a gym, and if you go alone, you might not be that motivated, but let's say your best friend is coming with you in a gym. You will be motivated and the whole gym experience will be fun, correct? Similarly, if you want to learn coding, if you're let's say in school or college, find your friend, someone who also has the same desire to learn coding, and make a group with that person. If you don't know anyone locally, then I have a Discord server where you will see partner and group finder chat, where people, for example, this person is posting about SQL and data analyst group finder. So similarly, you can post in this Discord server. The link of Discord server is below. So you find someone hopefully from this community, and then you study as a group, so you hold each other accountable. You set, let's say, milestone. Okay, you set a milestone that, okay, after 1 month I want to complete, let's say, data structure tutorials, and then you can check each other's exercise. Okay, you can have a weekly meeting to track the progress. So these activity will be super useful. Another thing you need to remember is, it might get frustrating sometimes when you, especially when you're new, and you might start thinking that coding is not my cup of my tea, I suck at programming, and you just create this wall around you saying that, okay, I'm not good in coding. But trust me, every good programmer goes through this painful time period. When you start learning coding is a different paradigm altogether. So it will get some time for your mind to get adjusted. So do not give up. Do not give up, please. I'm telling you. Just hold on for that initial time period, and then things will start becoming easier and easier as they go by. I hope you like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Also, in the video comment below, please post which programming language or which framework you like the most and why, and I will try to respond, and we can have a like a brainstorming so that other people can also read these comments and they can decide which career track they want to choose. So please make sure you post comments in the video. I try to answer all the comments which are posted in first 2 or 3 days of the video, so I'll try my best. I'm Dhaval Patel. I teach programming, data science, AI, and career advice on my channel. So watch out all my tutorial playlist. I have a very simple machine learning tutorial playlist where even a high school student who just has some basic knowledge of Python, he or she can learn machine learning easily. And most of my videos have exercises, so that will be helpful as well. So if you like the channel, please subscribe, and please share this video with your friends who wants to learn coding. And I hope this resource guide will be helpful to them. I have been coding myself for past 17 years, and based on my knowledge in 17 years, I have built this roadmap for you. So I hope you like it, and thank you for watching.